Welcome back, viewers. Today is our second episode of Canadian TV show Monk. We will be looking at Braceface, a show meant for a more feminist audience and is not as wacky than Flying Rhino Junior High, but more interesting. This cartoon stars Sharon Spitz, a teenage girl who resides in British Columbia and is now facing high school trauma after getting braces. So get out the Canadian beer and hockey stick and let's go! Braceface is a Canadian cartoon created by Melissa Clark and was released on February 24, 2002 and ended in September 1st, 2004. It ran for 3 seasons and had 70 episodes in total. The series got mixed to negative reviews, but is fairly decent compared to shows like Flying Rhino Junior High, as I will explain later. As I said before, Sharon Spitz is a teenage girl who tries to hook up with her crush Alden, but goes through a dentist visit ending up with braces. Now she is learning to fit in with everyone else in the school and be in the brace face she is. It's basically Lizzie McGuire, only it's animated and more puberty based. So what are the pros? Well, there are a few cons, but unlike the last video, there are definitely more pros. Before we go over a summary, I will explain the premise. Sharon goes through high school changes such as puberty and mentally becoming an adult. Sharon and her friend Maria attend a nameless school and do a lot of things. Wow. Sharon develops a crush on Alden, who is taken by her nemesis Nisa during a school dance because, you guessed it, her braces. Later on in the series, she develops a love relationship with Connor, some allergenic dweeb I do not like, then back to Alden in the 8th episode. In theory, this is meant to be a girls' show, not terrible for girls, but there's one thing guys remember about the show later on in this series. So the pros are the animation quality. Compared to shows like Flying Rhino Junior High and The Christmas Tree, this show has hand-drawn talent animation quality the other shows do not have. Every scene has nice crosshatch animation and early 2000s feel, and the characters come in all shapes and sizes. The Delta is HD to the eye, and while some scenes are animated crudely, there is little to complain about the color and liveliness the show offers. I like how nostalgic the hand-drawn animation is done, and how it brings together and the sense of how sad and happy moments develop the show's environments. Another thing I like about the show are the well-developed characters. Yeah, so a few of these characters are interesting, like Nina and Connor being the worst. But Sharon herself is a good protagonist dealing with high school drama and puberty, which is something we put up with in all our teenhood and adolescence. She tries to claim her social status, as I said many times in this video, and she works it all out with being thankful and spiritual with her friends. Alden is a very positive character for Sharon because he tries to make her life a lot better, and even if they break up a lot, they still find a way to hook up with each other. Maria also cares for Sharon and tries finding a way out of a situation even when the going gets rough, despite the fact they argue about what they care more about. Connor is kind of a stereotypical Carl Weezer character, who sends his knees and bumbles carelessly, and adds no character to Sharon's personality other than being someone to talk to. Nina is someone who means no business, like Megan from Drake and Josh, and is there to challenge Sharon's abilities to cope with high school. However, she is also what keeps the story going, but only gets what she deserves. Adam is a good lad because of his strength and endurance. Could have been a good supportive character instead of Connor, even though I didn't create the characters and what they portrayed towards Shannon. Another pro is the theme song. Yeah, some people didn't like it. It was not as advanced or annoying, but personally it's lively and full of spirit, and it feels like it never aged. The lyrics are well written and explains Sharon's life in a nutshell. The intro is very boring as it uses the same footage in season 1, and I always imagine it having original footage instead of reusing the clips from the first season. It's short, catchy, and explains everything you need to know about Sharon's train track teeth. However, one con I would like to go over is what some, not all, of the extreme subjects it covers. Most people may remember the notorious episode Busted where Sharon changes her breast size to fit in the social norm. It was banned both on Disney and Teletoons, and it had a really unpleasant premise that is inappropriate for kids and can scare parents who might glimpse at its airtime. It starts out with Sharon getting a toy from a burger joint, mistaking her breast size for a girl. Then at a movie theater, Sharon buys a ticket with having to show her ID, unlike two girls with dueling banjos who are not forbidden to carry one. What really made me uncomfortable was the fact she tries buying a breast inflation device, just like those DeviantArt fetishes. What's worse is that it makes guys go overly toppingly and ghastly unhealthy into her. What the ending is what her bra pops and she runs home embarrassed, and that's pretty much it. Then there's our episodes when she steals some pervert's car keys from a drinking party and people get into drinking fights. These lessons are brushed off with a simple, so basically just be yourself, and in some episodes it doesn't have an impact on the audience. It's unnecessary, not needed, and morally wrong for the young people who have seen any of these obscene episodes, so it's best not to show them for your kids. Other than that, it may seem like a strange show, but personally it wasn't terrible nor was it great. But it's a fun and interesting show to watch. The characters were likable, and I really enjoy Sharon, Alden, and Maria as strong characters, but to be honest, it took some time getting to like the show despite the fact I personally would not say it's my favorite show because it's meant for girls. However, I would recommend teens who are in high school who want to learn more about adolescence, but it's probably not for girls since the topics are very strong and parental. Just avoid season 3 because some of its themes are rated R or X, I'm joking, and you will know what I mean. Braceface has a fluent animation, good characters, and great morals that will leave you dazzled. Make sure you watch it responsibly, or else it will probably turn you off, so stay away from season 3 because some idiot thought it would be a good idea to fuck around there. Maybe if they removed some of the scenes or got rid of Connor, it probably would have been an even more enjoyable experience. So basically, it's not perfect, but so far the best Canadian TV show just as long as I don't see any superhero inflating. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more, and peace!